Good morning, students. Now we can see 12th standard Bio-Zoology, chapter 12, environmental issues. Already we have seen in the previous classes we have seen about air pollution, water pollution, and there's a water treatment. Now we can see ozone depletion and its effects. See, what is ozone depletion? See, you know very well that is about 15 to 30 kilometers from the ground level. The Earth's atmosphere has a thin layer of ozone which absorbs harmful ultraviolet radiations coming from the sun. As ozone is found in the layer of the atmosphere, it is called as stratosphere. This is acting as a protective covering that absorbs ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Now, how this ozone layer is formed? This ozone layer is formed in the stratosphere by photochemical reaction. What is photochemical reaction? That is a chemical reaction is carried by light. See, you can see the reaction here. So what is happening here means now oxygen molecule will undergo photochemical cleavage. That is by absorbing energy from the sunlight, it will be cleaved to give oxygen radical. You can see this equation. O2 plus H2 is the energy of light. Use O dot plus O dot. That is here. The bond contains 2 electrons. On homolytic cleavage, it is converted to free radicals. Equal sharing of this electron, splitting by equal sharing. Now, this atomic oxygen rapidly react with the molecular oxygen to form ozone. Now, you can see the equation here. Now, this O dot, that's oxygen, atomic oxygen here, is going to react with the oxygen molecule to give this ozone O3. Now, this what is this M? I have put M here. What is this M? This is a third body. That is example nitrogen. See, the ozone thus formed is distributed itself in the stratosphere and absorb harmful UV radiation. This is acting as an umbrella for us. It is protecting us from the harmful UV radiation coming from the sun. Now, what are the main reason for this ozone depletion? That is thinning of the ozone layer is occurring nowadays because of human activities. Okay, see, what are the ozone depleting chemicals? That is main thing is chlorofluorocarbon. The main source of this chlorofluorocarbon is refrigerators, air conditioners and all. Okay, now hydrochlorofluorocarbons, bromofluorocarbons. That is actually all these things includes this what contains this halogen as one of the atom. Then other chlorocompounds. Then sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere is also one of the reason for this ozone depletion. Okay. Now what are the effects of ozone depletion? What will happen if ozone layer is depleted? You know very well that is the harmful ultraviolet radiation which is coming from the sun will directly reach the Earth's surface. It will affect the genetic material in the skin cells which causes skin cancer. The radiation affects the physiological and developmental processes of plants. Then UVB radiation has been found to cause damage to early developmental stages of fish, crab, etc. Okay, then the most severe effect are decreased reproductive capacity and impaired larval development. Then degradation of paint, plastics, etc. Then causes global warming. Then and also it damages DNA. These are some of the main effects of this water ozone depletion. Now, in this picture, you can see that ozone depletion which is occurring around the polar region. Here, because the thinning of this ozone layer, a hole is also created there. So, through that hole, this UV radiation can easily reach the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, it will affect the living organisms on the Earth. Okay, now how can we control this ozone layer depletion? See, one of the way of controlling this what ozone depletion is, we got to ban the use of CFCs. There is a chlorofluorocarbon, that is the use of refrigerators, air conditioners, and such things. Those sources which is generate this water CFCs can be banned. This is one of the way of controlling the ozone depletion. Then minimizing the use of chemicals such as halogens and halocarbons. Usage of halogen should be greatly avoided. Then we can create awareness programs about this ozone depleting agents through mass media and all. Okay. Now next topic is deforestation. You know very well what is deforestation, removal of trees, cutting of trees is what we call as deforestation. So deforestation is nothing but the destruction of forests in order to clear the land and make it available for other uses. Then forests cover about 30% of the world land mass. Due to deforestation, it is estimated that the earth loses 18.7 billion acres of forest per year. In 2016, global tree cover loss reached a record of 29.7 million hectares. Common methods of deforestation are burning trees and clear cutting. Okay, the people's participation in the conservation of forests. The people's participation is vital in forest conservation. Our participation is highly essential. Okay, especially those living in them and are close to the forest. Those people who are living close to the forest should be aware of it. They got to control the cutting of trees and all. This is referred to as community forestry. Community forestry. Now next we can see what is eco-sand toilets. Eco-sand toilet is nothing but ecological sanitation. It is a sustainable system for handling human excreta by using dry composting toilets. See, eco-sand toilets not only reduce wastewater generation but also generate the natural fertilizer from recycled human excreta, which forms an excellent substitute for chemical fertilizer. This is based on the principle of recovery and recycling of nutrients from the excreta to create a valuable supply for the agriculture. Now, under the control of this water air pollution, we have seen, we got to see this what air quality index. That topic I left out there. So now you can see this one, the air quality index. It is a number used by the government agencies to communicate to the public how polluted the air is at a given time. That is what we call as air quality index. Okay. Now we can see this table. See the color of the the color will indicate you to what extent the air is polluted. See if it is this color green means it is air quality index is 0 to 50. That is a good condition. Then this color indicates moderate. Now this color, the yellow, refers to this this level of pollutant in the air, unhealthy for sensitive groups. Now this is for unhealthy. The range is 150 to 200 and 201 to 300 is indicated by this this color is very unhealthy. Now this color, this dark color indicates the pollutant above 301. Now this is highly hazardous. Okay, from this color we can find or identify to what extent the air is polluted. Okay, thank you students.